So now that you have basic dialogue widget, we want to make a couple more specialized widgets that we're going to end up using as part of the quest system, but also we want to kind of build that UI right now. So the first is a widget that is going to be similar to the dialogue that's going to pop up when the NPC is offering us a quest. So this would be the first time we're talking to an NPC, or if you only have some NPCs that could give quests, they would use this one, but other ones wouldn't. So we're going to right click this NPC dialogue one that we made before, and we're going to click duplicate. Notice I also moved these since the previous video into my widgets folder, into a quest widgets folder, just so I can make sure to keep track of them better. Just because the organization was bothering me when they were here. So anyway, right click this one and do duplicate so you have something to start with. I'm going to open up this one that I have, and then I'm going to kind of talk about the differences. So it should be very similar to your dialogue widget. You'll have one button here instead of two. So what you're going to do is you are going to create two. So I would grab one, I would resize it, change the text on it to accept, or something about like accepting the quest, whatever you want that text to say. And then have one that says decline, or however you want it to, like whatever, like not accepting the quest, not going to help, whatever you want it to say. So I would just copy the first button and paste and have the second button. And so you don't have to like redo all the images for the button, and you don't have to redo all the like changing the fonts and the colors and everything. I would just copy and paste them. And then spread them out and make sure they're anchored in the right place and that everything looks good. I would rename each button. So rename the first one to accept button and the second one to decline button, and make sure both of them are checked as a variable. So once you're done with that designer part, which spend as much time as you need to make it how you kind of want, in the graph, you're already going to have some code. Like this code is already going to be here from duplicating that first one, which is good because we do want to go into our widget like UI mode when we go in here. This code is not going to be here, so I'm actually going to get rid of some of this stuff because we're going to do this a little bit differently. So we'll just go back to like kind of where you guys are at. So you're gonna have the accept button over here. You're gonna go down and do an on-clicked event for it and click that and bring it up here. So when we accept the button, we do want to set the character's quest. So we are going to right click this little circle with a plus, event dispatcher, and I'm gonna do on quest accepted is what I'm gonna call it. And when we do the accept button, we're going to call on quest accepted. So we're going to call that event dispatcher. And event dispatchers, because I don't think we've really done them yet up to this point, but we are going to do a bunch of them when we get into gameplay. So the thing about event dispatcher is it basically is like going to trigger something, and then something else can do it when that happens. It's easier to explain if I'm like, so in this case, when we click the accept button, this little widget guy is going to be like, hey, I accepted a quest, like I did it, I did the thing. And then somewhere else, we're going to like basically receive that signal and be like, oh, cool, I hear you, like I got it, and now I can do something. So it's kind of like this guy is telling everyone, he's like, I did it, I accepted the quest. And then someone else somewhere else, another piece of code, another widget, another character somewhere else is going to get that and do something with it. In our case, this guy is saying, hey, I accepted the quest. And then what we want to have happen is the new game to pop up. So we're going to end up actually utilizing this when we build out our little interact with the NPC, but we're not going to do it yet. So right now, all you have to do is call the widget, its whole purpose right now is just to say, yes, I did it. I accepted the quest. And we're going to handle that, and we're actually going to do stuff with that later when we actually build out the NPC like dialogue tree. So that's that event dispatcher. And then on your decline button, so you can click the decline button, and you can also do an on-clicked event. For decline, when we close the window, we just want to return to the game mode. So kind of like we want to undo all of this, right? We just want to set our input mode to game only from the player controller, get player controller, flash the input, set show mouse cursor to off, and then remove this widget from the parent. So just kind of like basic stuff to go back to the game here. And after we do this, after we call on quest accepted, we also want to close the window and go back to the game. So this widget's whole purpose is to wait and see if the player is going to accept or decline. And then if they do, their whole purpose is to say they did it, they accepted. And then we will do other things elsewhere in the code, but their whole purpose is basically to send a signal. That's the whole purpose of this little pop-up widget. So that's all we have to have for now in this little pop-up for the code. And again, we're going to actually do stuff with that elsewhere, where we'll actually trigger that little new quest thing that you just made. So then in our content drawer, we want to make one more UI for the little quest widget pop-ups. So I'm going to go back to my widgets and quest widgets folder where I put these. And you're going to right click this dialog one and duplicate it. We don't want two buttons, so we do want to do the dialog one again. I'm going to call this WVP underscore quest complete notification. And I'm going to double click to open this one. And inside of here, this can still just be the OK button. This can still just be quest text. We're actually going to make this more of like a pop-up in the center though, because this is going to pop up and letting them know that the quest has been like finished. Like they did it and they need to go turn it into the NPC. We're not going to change what text this is. Like we're not going to bind it to anything, so you can just set it to whatever text you want it to be. So like quest complete, return to quest giver to get your reward. Actually, I might do that as a separate text so that I can make it smaller. Maybe like quest complete, and then I can grab a text. And this is kind of whatever you want it to look like here. Let's say return to quest giver to get your reward. So it's just kind of like our nice quality of life thing to prompt the player when they have finished their quest, because we're already keeping track of it in the upper right in their quest tracker. But we also want to kind of just let them know, like maybe they're getting absorbed in playing or whatever, and we want to be like, hey, you finished a quest, like you can go get something. Also to let them know that there is a reason to return to the NPC. Like they finished it and they're like, well, what do I do now? Like this is kind of our direction that we're giving them, which is just good design to like make sure that we're telling them what's next. Whether they choose to do it or not is up to them, but like that we are telling them what's next. Let me change some of these font things real quick and color. So just make some sort of like little pop-up. Again, gonna go in the center. That's gonna tell them that they have a quest that they need to return to the NPC to get a reward for their quest. If you don't do the level up system, they're not actually going to get a reward, but you're welcome to do the level up system if you would like to or not. But yeah, they're not actually going to get a reward in the base version of this game, just to keep it simpler. But we still want to like do this design principle and let them know. I want to make sure all of my anchors are set to center here because I am having this all be in the center. All right, so once you design it a little bit, we are going to look at what the graph says. So right now, set input mode to UI only, right when this pops up. When you click OK, it just goes away. We don't need to do this call on window close. Actually, I think that might be in the other one too, and we do not need it. All right, so that's the little pop-up for now. We're not going to trigger it yet. Like that's going to happen when we do our quest system, but we want to just have this UI stuff all built and ready so that when we add the code for the quest system, we can just hook it all up. So we have that one. We have this quest accept one, and then we're going to do one more. We're going to right click this dialog and duplicate it again, and we're going to do WVP quest turn in. And so when we talk to the NPC and we're turning in the quest, it's going to do something different. because at that point it's going to trigger, hey, like I'm done with the quest, and it needs to trigger a series of events that basically clears our quest and gives us a reward if we're doing that, for doing level up, like gives us XP and those kinds of things. So we want it to be a separate widget just so we can easily trigger different things on this button press versus the other one. So this one I am going to keep down here because it is a dialogue option. It's going to be the final dialogue option, the one, well, not the final one, but it's going to be the one when we turn in the quest that the NPC says to us. So the turn in dialogue. So I do want to keep it down at the bottom like that. I don't want it in the center because that is going to be the NPC giving us dialogue. And we are going to set this based on each individual NPC, so I don't have to change that. Like, that's fine. And the graph for now, I'm going to get rid of this on window closed. I just have in all of these. But the graph for now is just going to look like this. And that's all we need it to be. So set input mode to UI only when we're on it, and then return when we push OK. Now in the future, this is going to actually clear the quest. For now, we're just going to call a function that does nothing, just because again, we're trying to just set up the UI. So if I go into, let's see, go into my game instance where my quest is, where my current quest is held, I'm going to create a function. I'm going to do this new function, and I'm going to call it clear quest, or actually let's call it end quest. And in here, I can just get the current quest. Sorry, not get the current quest. I can drag it out and I can say set. I'm going to right click this and split the struct pin, and I'm going to make sure that this text says none, and that everything else just stays as the default and is empty. So basically that's all I'm going to do for now, and we can come in and modify it more later. But that's all I want to trigger for now. So when they click this OK button, we're going to get game instance, cast to game instance, pull these out more. And then as the game instance, I'm going to call that end quest function. Perfect. And right now it's just going to clear whatever quest is set as my current quest, but it's not going to do anything different. So to recap kind of what we did in this video, we made these three different dialog box, these two different like box UIs for our quest. So the one is quest accept, which has an accept and decline button. In quest accept, let me go back here, make sure I have all this right. Yeah, in quest accept, we created an event dispatcher called on quest accepted that we are calling on the accept button and not on the decline. On both of these, we're just removing that widget from parent at the end. In our quest complete pop-up, we just have the basic OK button text, and that's, code, and that's fine. In our quest turn in button, we are triggering end quest in the game instance. And in the game instance, we created that function and just set our current quest to text none and everything else just blank. And then that's all you need to do to set up these three right now.